I went to go see Chris Brown his first night in Atlanta, so I'm going to tell you a little bit so you won't have an issue if you choose to go see him in October, okay? First of all, I am not a diehard fan. I get the tickets for every person I go see the day of the venue. When I got his tickets, I was literally getting in the Uber headed to Truist Park. Okay, so that's how I got great seats. I had a front row seat, section B4, right in front of that B stage, and row one. Amazing seats, great price, great price. And I use Ticketmaster. First things first, getting there. He chose a venue or had to choose a venue like Truist Park that did not have MARTA access, meaning you would have to take a bus to get to the MARTA versus State Farm Arena or Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So traffic sucked. So what would have usually taken me 15 minutes took me 90 minutes. It was so bad. People were jumping out of cars and, walking to the venue because it was just such bumper to bumper traffic. So my first step to you is if you're going to go see him at, he's going to be at Georgia Tech football stadium, please try and find a hotel that's close by. Hotel or Airbnb where you could just walk to the venue because you're not going to have that easy access with MARTA to make things go as smooth as usual. The second thing is, I don't think these people are prepared for the pandemonium that Chris Brown brings. So I'm saying that to say, I guess they had to shut down the VIP B5 and they told these people last minute or whatever. Whatever the issue was, it caused a huge issue. So when I got to the venue, I had great seats. I got to see Bryson Tiller. I got to see Summer Walker. It was amazing. I even saw the beginning of Chris Brown. However, his show is very, very long. So I was like, oh, crap. I better go to the bathroom now and come back. Bad idea. So I went, come back. This floor was flooded with people who were angry. I guess they couldn't get to their seats. They couldn't do anything. And I'm like, damn, let me get through. Nobody let me get through. I had an escort. I had 2 escorts from ushers and security. These people were pissed and was fighting them. And I did not realize that their section had shut down because I didn't understand their, aggravation and their anger towards me when I literally had a ticket. But shit, they had a ticket too. But they just got screwed over. So I understand, I feel their pain, and these people are diehard Chris Brown fans, so my heart goes out to them. But what happened is I did not get to go back to my seat, and I was like, let me out. They didn't even want to let me out, which was a huge problem. And I'm not a person who makes a scene, but girl had to make a scene like, let me out. And so I told them, let me the fuck out. So then, once they finally let me out, it was very, very hard. It was nothing like regular concerts. So, I've seen Bruno Mars. I've seen Beyonce multiple times. Usher. It has organization. These people, these venues just didn't have organization. And I can't blame Chris Brown for that. I blame the venue. These people were not prepared for what was going on. And I damn sure know that those people in Georgia Tech are not going to be ready either. They're not ready. They ain't had nothing like this. Anywho, I get to guest services like, hey, I need a refund. I'm not able to see see the concert. They're not giving me my seat. It's a problem. She couldn't help me. Fine. So contact Ticketmaster. They're not they're not communicating properly. Another tip, if you have an Amex, if you're going to purchase something major or something that may be an issue, use your Amex because they'll handle it immediately. I say that to say Ticketmaster gave me my money back. So that was handled. And, everything worked out perfectly for me, but I am not a diehard fan. Diehard fans wanted to see him. And I seen people crying and just upset because they traveled to see him and were unable to see him. And it wasn't of any fault of their own. It was the venue's fault. So I am saying to you all, please, I don't care if you live in Atlanta, you need to get someplace where you're close to the venue so you can have easy access to the venue. And also, you need to go early. And please, have a empty bladder because my ass went to the bathroom and was unable to get back to my seat. And I had damn good seats. So hopefully y'all be there in October.